welcome back to TFC Plays Direwolf20 1.7.10. Alright, well, I have been doing a bit of mining. I mined down that way a good fair bit of a distance. Even found a little bit of a cave area and managed to get myself a few ender lily seeds. That was extremely cool because those things are really worth their time in the early game. Granted, they're very slow to grow ender pearls, but they do it. And I did get a couple of branches done. Now these branches, they don't look like much from here, but they do go a full 32 torches, with each torch being, every 5 blocks. So that's 160 blocks long, and a 3x3 branch. That's a lot of stuff. And as you can see, I have acquired a good deal of stuff. I got like 6 blocks of diamond, a couple of stacks of iron, almost 2.5 stacks of gold. And for copper, I don't have a whole heck of a lot of that, but I got a decent amount to start with. And bits and bobs of other things. Of course, a good deal of obsidian because of all the lava I was getting rid of. Got a good bunch of lapis as well, but I put all of it into the hammer, and then I started putting it into the pickaxe so that they will both eventually end up with Fortune 3. And yeah, also in one of my trips to go topside to grab some more wood, I did manage to get a few sheep, and therefore the wool that I need for a bed is now available. Although thank you to those who pointed out that there was a structure in that village-like area that apparently has several blocks of wool in there. That had I not found a sheep or a few sheep while I was up here cutting trees, then I definitely would be using that. So I am headed back to the village, and we're going to start getting some stuff done. Alright, here we are. Sometime I need to do a little bit better of an entry, but that'll work for right now. Also, I did manage to take some time and get an awful lot of this place lit up. I don't think it's all lit up, but I got a good bunch of it done. Alright, let's see. I got my tool. I made a second tool station after decided to leave the one that I had back there in the mine, because it's kind of useful. Okay, I got some. Alright, let me do this right. And go ahead and start dropping iron into this thing. And clear out a little bit of inventory space. Alright. Oh, I needed the seared bricks. Yeah. Okay, seared bricks. Alright, not much, but it's enough. And the tool station. Oh, wait a minute. No. Actually, what I need is another chest. And just dump my ores in there. There. That'll be better. That gives me a little bit of room to work. And okay, I'm going to need to wait for some of this iron to crank out. Actually, come to think of it, let's see. Okay, alright, I need a little bit of iron right away, but I can do something here to automate the casting out of this into blocks, and that's not right. I needed the iron. There. Okay, clear some of this out. All right. Okay, block of iron. And another chest. Okay. I should have made two. Okay. Drop a chest here. And a hopper. And let's see. Come on. Okay. Redstone clock. Alright. Some smooth stone and redstone and a torch. Okay. Torch. Okay, I wonder if this thing can process cobble into smooth stone. Actually, just bang, do that. Okay, I'll be back when it's done. Okay, finally got a bed set up and so on. It turned out this cobble in here gets you seared stone, which is all fine and dandy, but I actually needed smooth stone for this. Alright, redstone torch, redstone and smooth stone, redstone clock. Now, let's see, we get a lever. And we'll put this up here and turn it on, and that shuts it off. But actually what I need to do is go ahead and leave it on, and I'm going to throw some more iron in there. And that will get the iron cooked up and pulled out here in iron block form. Alright, that's good. Let's see. Alright, let's see. I'm going to, let's see. Where was that tool? Or did I use it up? I have to look because I've got to remember what it was that this thing called it. Alright. The sickle. Yeah, here we go. An iron sickle, okay. Alright, that'll do just nicely. And I'm going to take some more time and I'm going to run around here and clean up a bunch of this stuff. Although it would be a good idea if I went ahead and cleaned out the inventory, because I'm going to need to pick up a bunch of this stuff. So I'm going to get working on that, and just for giggles, I'm going to go ahead and plant some of these these ender lily seeds. I know they work much better on endstone, but I don't have endstone right now just yet. And I can make it, but I don't believe I have what I need to do that just yet. So I'm going to do a bunch of this harvesting, collecting some of this plant stuff, and I'll be back. Alright, well, I spent a good bunch of time running around collecting flower type things and using the F7 spawn indicator thing to help get a lot more of the place lit up, and doing pretty good. Got a bunch of stuff smelted up here. I need some of this iron. Actually, I don't need that much. What I was going to do before... No, wait a minute. No. I needed some more seared bricks. What the heck is going on here? There we go. All right. All right. Seared bricks, blocks of iron, my tool station. Get another upgraded one to leave up here because I left the other one down in the mine shaft. Because it's handy to use it down there for repairing things. Okay, now I am also going along with doing a new sword because this stone sword just isn't going to cut it. And the one I'm making may not be the best, but it's light years ahead of what I started with. Alamite blade, obsidian wide guard, and obsidian tool rod. And yeah, that's already a lot better, and it's got room to be improved, which I will probably do at some point. In the meanwhile, let's just get rid of that. And let's see. Okay, got a decent start there with getting stuff refined and whatnot. Now, along the way, I picked up a bunch of flower type things and plant growth things, and even some bones that was laying around, and rotten flesh from the zombies and so on. So we've got seeds here and assorted saplings and whatnot. Let me get one of those. And we've got some stuff from Natura. I could have sworn that it had more than just that, but that's what I found so far. Some things from Biomes of Plenty, things from Witchery, and down here, Botania. Okay, let's see. I need to look around, and one thing I haven't actually paid any attention to was, and I should have, was books. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Let's light this up a little bit. And handy dandy lumber axe. There. All right. So, got a few things here. All right. Let me take a book, combine it with any sapling. Bang, we have Lexica Botania, which is the in-game manual that goes with the Botania mod. All right. And it's got a lot in here. We have the all right, go up here. No, oh, for crying out loud. Add bookmarks. Okay, how do you get to the basic index of the thing? Okay, here we go. Yeah. We've got our basics and mana manipulation, generating flora, and so on. Let's see. Yeah. I haven't really ever actually done very much with Botania. Okay, need apparently a flower petal of any kind, a couple of cobble slabs, and some cobblestone. Okay. There we go. And I'll just grab something I've got more of than anything else. That'll do. One flower gets 2 petals. And some cobblestone slabs. No, not like that. Like this. One petal in here. Build the rest of that. Bam. Okay. How about if I just set this right over here for the moment? I'll need a better location. And I am going to, right next to this, just simply because it's convenient and handy this way. There's water around here someplace. Oh, of course there is. There's farms around here. There's one. Alright. Hey guys. Hope you enjoy swimming in the sewage. Okay. Get another bucket of water. And have an infinite supply over here. Alright, bucket of water in here. Okay, one of the things that would be handy to have, generating floral, day bloom. Yeah, it's rather slow, yada yada, we know that. Alright, 2 yellow, an orange, and a blue. Okay. Got an orange, okay. Okay, there we go. Alright. Let's see. The orange, 2 yellows, and a blue. And then to get that to fire, just drop a seed into it. What the heck? Okay, I could have sworn I did that, right? Drop seed. Alright, shift right click to pull these things out one at a time. And look at the cotton picking book again. 2 yellow, a blue, light blue, and an orange. Okay. I had it right the first time. Okay. I am going to have to run back over there and get water again because apparently I aimed wrong when setting up the infinite thing. Oh, for crying out loud. Alright, that's in that corner. Put this over here. There. Alright, are you done? Okay. Hit blue. It looks like I'm gonna need... Oh. Alright, there's 1 yellow in. Drop in another one. And an orange. And a blue. Okay. No, not the blue. The light blue. And a seed. There. Alright. Day bloom. a mana generating flower, mana being the power source of Botania. And what I should do here is get, say, a few of the orange, a few of the light blue, and what was the other one? The yellows, of which I don't have a whole lot to begin with, so I'll have to get some more of these located. But oh boy, our villager people are going just totally nutso. Sound muffler. Can I make one of those? Note block surrounded by wool. Oh yeah, I think if I have enough wool, I can make that. And speaking of wool, yeah, this was where that was described as being. So I'm going to dig it up now. I wish I'd have looked in here because all this Tinker's Construct stuff is in here too. Okay. For crying out loud. Okay. Light. Some wood. Oh, which I already have. And a dot of redstone. There. Now when these guys decide to go door crazy, I don't have to listen to them so much. Very good. Okay. Water. And then two yellows, light blue, orange, and seeds. And I just need to do a few of these so that, well, at least as many as I can, which is pretty much it right there for the moment because I haven't found a whole lot of the yellow seeds, the yellow flowers. Alright, so pop that. No, not like that. Alright, they need to be kind of in a checkerboard pattern for best efficiency. Now they're generating some mana. I need to do something. Oh, you know what I should have done first? I know it now. That's okay. That's something I'm going to need early on anyway. What I need, let's see. The pure daisy. That's the one I need now. Yeah, okay. Yada, yada, yada. Show me how to make it. 4 white flowers. Okay. Gotcha. I got a bunch of these white ones. Fortunately. Okay. So I basically just need white flowers, I need seeds, and I need the water bucket. Charge that up here, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and a seed, and just start with the water bucket, brain. Alright, that gives me 2 of these things, and what they will do is they will make living wood and living rock, which are things that you use a lot of in Botania for a number of things. Let's see, where is the stone that I was smelting? There's a stack of it. That'll do nicely. Okay. Just surround the flower. And by the way, the reason that I am starting off early on with Botania like this is because I haven't actually done very much with it. I've played with it some before, but I ended up getting distracted and onto other things, and I never ended up going as far with this thing as I wanted to, because it's capable of quite a lot. So I figure, let's do something with it. It's capable of a lot more than I actually thought of it originally, but there you go. All right, torch, you go there. Get rid of that little X, and we won't have unpleasant visitors. All right. The day bloom turns this into living wood, living rock. Let's see if that thing should work on it. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to make up a good bunch of this, and I'll be back. All right. Got a good bunch of that. Good bunch of both kinds of wood. All right. Now, let's see. I need something to go with those day blooms. Or, yeah, that's what they are. So, let's get some of this living rock. A mana pool. I believe this is the diluted variety. And we'll just throw that down right over here. And refer to the book. Let's see. The mana spreader. Yeah. Okay. Living wood 6, a flower petal, and a gold ingot. Alright. Some of what I refined is some gold. Okay. And any flower petal. And 6 of the living wood. Okay, mana spreader, which what it will do is, when you pop that down, it gathers the mana that these planets are generating, and, well, it would shoot it in the right... Okay, I need a tool to handle that with. And if I take the living wood logs here, get some twigs, put them like this, get a couple of petals, any 2 petals. So let's take one of those and one of those. No. Like so. Pop these in here. Wand of the Forest, which is basically the wrench for Botania. You see, it's gathering the mana and shooting it that way, which is no good. But if I shift right click, let's see, wait a minute. Function mode, bind mode. Alright, shift right click on that. Shift right click over there. Now it's sending it to the mana pool. And so the next time that it decides to spread, that it's gathering. Okay, if I right click, that's okay. Yeah, alright. Shift right click and right click. Shift right click and right click to bind these plants to that mana spreader. And their internal buffers is now empty. It's collecting in here, and when there's enough, there will be a mana burst, which I can even see without the thing. When I'm holding it, it's showing me where it's pointed at, but if I make it not selected, then the only time I'll see the green coming out of the front end of it is when it's actually doing a mana burst. Okay, now let's see. Is that the diluted mana pool or the regular one? Alright. Mana pool, diluted mana pool. Okay. Strange. I thought the one you made in a crafting table was supposed to be the diluted one. Alright. Go back to function mode. Oh, of course. It's night. Day blooms don't work at night. Jeez. Now there is a flower also that does the same thing at night. But yeah. The mana spreader's internal reservoir is loading up and it's ready to do a mana burst soon. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for there to be enough in that to do something else, and then I'll be back. Okay, just having 3 of these day blooms over here is going kind of really slow, so I looked around and I'm going to do something else that will help speed things up, and that is the Endoflame. Put a couple of these browns in here, light gray and red. Hit that with a seed. Hello. Oh, wait a minute. I missed an ingredient, didn't I? Yes, I did. Alright, the mana powder. Shift click, see the recipe. Any of these floral powders in the mana pool create mana powder. Okay, so let's take something I've got a bunch of. Okay, we've got a bunch of the greens. And I will put them like so. And then a mortar and pestle, a log, a stick, and a bowl. It sounds like the beginning of a bad joke. Okay. I don't think I need 3 of them. Okay, so we take this with one of these, floral powder, and we take the floral powder and drop it in there. You'll notice that it says that is indicating there's enough in there to do it. That's enough for now. Now I take the floral powder and drop in here, and now I'm good with the seed. Bingo. Alright, Endoflame. Neat little flower. Kind of like the idea of it. Let's see. I got some blocks of coal, that'll do. Okay, let's pop this thing down. Just go right there. Pop it right there. I'll take the wand of the forest. Let's put it in bind mode. Shift right click here. Shift right click on there. So this machine will pick that up. And now anything we drop on that is combustible, it will pick it up. You see the little flame particles up there. It will burn it up and convert it to mana. And it works at night, unlike these other things, which I ought to go ahead and get some instant daylight anyway, just as a matter of principle. Keep it daylight while you can. Alright, now the wood burns up pretty quick, but a block of charcoal will burn up quicker. It will take longer. It'll last longer and provide more power. Oh, no, 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 no. Inadvertently clicked things wrong. Alright, get this thing out of bind mode so that I don't do that again. And now, once this has got enough mana in it, I have some iron ingots here that when there is enough, drop them in there and they will become mana steel. And once I have the mana steel, specifically 24 ingots worth, then I will be using that to make some mana steel armor, which is a little better than iron and so on, and it's a whole lot better than the nothing that I have for the most part. So I'm going to go ahead and use that as soon as this whole setup here generates enough juice. And it would be helpful if I throw down another coal block. Although I got to be careful because that flower won't pick it up until it's finished with the thing that it's already working with. And I don't want to have things despawning. But it looks like it's about to sometime soon. In any event, I'm going to work on this and get enough of this mana steel produced, make up some actual armor that is a little better than the nothing that I've been wearing, and certainly better than the leather that is an option, and I think a little bit better than plain out iron. And then I'm going to probably spend some more time mining and so on, and then we'll get back here real soon. Oh, hey, we got another one coming. Oops. Yeah, I was too far away. Okay, so I'll just set this down here. Really? You're going to do that? Okay. In any event, I'm going to get the mana steel armor put together and so on, and we'll be back soon to do more. Thanks for watching. Take it easy. I am out of here.